Very soon, I'm going to show you the first major step in bringing wildflower diversity into your new meadow. That's cutting the grass to remove the excess nutrient. This early cut won't be required in every new meadow, but I'll show you how to judge that in the next video. But for now, I want to re-emphasise why it's so important that we began this rewilding mission by just letting the grass grow and monitoring which, if any, wildflowers began to show. To show you how important this is, let me take you to one of my clients' gardens. This is a grassy part of their garden that's previously been managed by cutting the grass a few times a year to stop it turning into scrubland. Because of this gentle management strategy, some common wildflower species have established over time. Each spring, big groups of cowslips flower, and these are followed by oxeye daisies and a mixture of other wildflowers. Even so, someone wanting to increase biodiversity may decide to carry out practices such as mowing in midsummer to encourage early flowering species, or scarification to get fresh wildflower seed into the meadow. These can both be effective strategies in the right setting, but careful observation told us that this could be catastrophic in this situation. Let me explain. This is a photo that I took on my phone back in February. Quite a boring photo, right? But I took it because I just spotted something very exciting. Let's look a bit closer. While working in this part of the garden, I noticed these leaves pushing through the grass. I knew they were important, but I couldn't get a firm identification on them, so we marked them with little bamboo canes so we didn't accidentally step on them when working in this area. All told, there were at least 50 sets of these leaves emerging in this small area, but what would they turn out to be? Well, fast forward 5 months to the end of May, and this is what we saw. This was the first one to flower. It's a man orchid, named after the little men that the flowers resemble. It's classed as endangered on the vascular plant red list for Great Britain. Although more common in mainland Europe, it's in decline, and with the potential expansion of building and agricultural developments, it's likely to become increasingly rare and may face extinction in the near future. To be clear, the decline of the man orchid is not due to the plant being inherently weak or naturally dying out, but rather the result of human activities, particularly agricultural intensification, habitat loss, and the widespread use of fertilizers, which have degraded the low nutrient grassland it depends on. We were amazed to see this single man orchid flowering, as the next nearest population that I know of is almost 30 miles away. But there was still a lot more sets of leaves still to flower. Would they be man orchids too? We had to wait until the beginning of June to find out. This is a lizard orchid, named after the animal which its long flower lip resembles the tail of. Another plant that needs low nutrient grassland to survive. For many years in the early 1900s, this plant was thought to be extinct in the UK, but thanks to more considerate land management, it's made a comeback. Still considered near threatened on Great Britain's Red List, it can be found in good numbers on a few sites. I feel confident in saying that this garden now holds a very significant and important population of lizard orchids, but it took patience and careful observation to spot them, let them flower, and hopefully to set seed. If we'd gone straight in with attempts to sow wildflower seed, we could potentially have harmed or even killed this key population of rare orchids. You might think that this is an exceptional situation, and that there's very little chance of finding rare wildflowers in your own garden lawn. But my experience suggests otherwise. In the last few years, I've spotted previously unseen orchids in 4 of the 20 or so gardens I've spent considerable time working in. I found these orchid leaves growing through the lawn of this care home in Thanet a while back. Unfortunately, many of them were trimmed by the gardeners even after I pointed them out. The ones I was able to protect turned out to include 4 different species, including this beautiful bee orchid. The others included 2 lizard orchids, as well as common spotted and pyramidal orchids, the last 2 of which were sadly mown over by the care home, who felt that the lawn was more important than these amazing native wildflowers. So hopefully seeing these incredible rare orchids reinforces the idea that we should spend a bit of time observing what grows in our new meadow before taking any other action, like I'll be showing you how to do in the next video.